Prologue, Ashes and Ancients. In the smoldering heart of the world, where fire once reigned and blood was stronger than stone, the proud towers of Old Valyria had fallen silent. The doom had shattered the land, split the mountains, boiled the seas, and turned gods into dust. But not all dragonlords perished in the inferno. Far to the southwest, across steaming seas and cursed ruins, the island of Gogossos remained a dark jewel, unveiled in mists, home to a remnant of the once mighty House Argaryen. Saved by exile and suspicion, they had settled the Forgotten Isle when whispers of dark magicks in the Valyrian capital troubled their blood. When the doom came, Gogossos watched the skies burn from afar. The dragons screamed in distant agony, but the Argaryens endured. They tried to return, proud uncles with prideful wings, thinking to reclaim their heritage, but Valyria devoured them. Their bones rest in blackened craters, and their beasts fell where even dragons dare not tread. So, the survivors wandered east across the bones and beyond Lang, cloaked in shame and lost purpose, until one was born who remembered the fire. Chapter 1. The Dragon Reborn. Argaryen was born under a crimson moon in the far east, in a place carved into the cliffs of Et, where his father whispered Valyrian tales by candlelight. From boyhood, he listened of dragons soaring above the 14 flames, of swords that sang with death, of a city that shamed the gods, while his cousins bred peacocks and his kin bartered spices for silk. Aragorn dreamed of fire. But it was not until his 13th name day that he first heard the scream. In the black caverns beneath Gogossos, where dragonfire once scorched the stone, he found the egg, old as the doom, yet alive. It hatched on his blood. They called the beast Dragonlords, flame of the Valyrian crown. And when it emerged, its wings shadowed the sea and its eyes burned like molten steel. The old blood stirred. Years passed. Argaryen grew tall, hawk-eyed, silver-haired, bearing the cut of kings and the fury of forgotten gods. And then one night, while flying above the ruinous waves of the smoking sea, he glimpsed it, Valyria, not dead, but dreaming. Chapter 2. The Black Coast. The journey was perilous. Even Dragonlords shuddered near the heart of the doom. Great plumes of sulfur and twisted winds churned above Valyria's shattered spires, and shadows darker than night whispered beneath the waves. Yet Aragorn pressed on. He flew over broken mountains, crumbled citadels, and oceans of glass. But he also saw life. Trees, alien and ancient, had rooted in the ruins. Wild beasts roamed the empty cities. The land, scorched for a century, had begun to breathe. And there, on the peninsula's southern edge, he found it. Oros, a forgotten settlement, clinging to the bones of a city. Its people were plain folk, all-skinned and weary, ruled by no lord, protected by no banners. When Dragonlords landed amidst their fields, they fell to their knees. Argaryen dismounted like a god of old, clad in blackened steel and crimson velvet, bearing a sword older than the Doom itself. He declared himself heir to the legacy of fire. I am Argaryen of House Argaryen, blood of the flame, seed of the storm, son of lost kings. I have come not to burn your homes, but to reignite the light of Valyria. They knelt, and Oros was his. Chapter 3: Embers of Empire. Aragorn rebuilt the town in the image of ancient Valyria. Tall towers, forged temples, and libraries, filled with salvaged stones from beneath molten ruins. He sent ravens east and west seeking exiled Valyrian blood, lost mages and riders without cause. Dragvallion made war upon the cursed beasts that dwell in the volcanic shadows, wyverns, ash spirits, and mindless remnants of twisted dragonkin. With each victory, Aragorn claimed another ruin, another holdfast, lost since the Doom. He reforged swords, raised stone battlements, and planted banners bearing the dragon of blackened flame. The world began to whisper, a dragonlord walks in Valyria once more. Some came to bend the knee, others came to challenge and burned for it. Aragoryen of House Argaryen, a mighty dragon rider house of Old Valyria, perhaps older than Valyria itself. At one point in history, they exiled themselves to the Isle of Gogossos, but their exile proved to be the salvation of the Argaryen dynasty. After the Doom, brothers, cousins, proud uncles tried to reclaim Valyria, but they died in vain. Nothing was back in Valyria. Everything that has been is now in ruins. The remnant of House Argaryen have fled to the far east, and after years and years, one with a fire in his veins was born, Aragoryen. The dynasty decided to return to Gogossos and search for more artifacts like dragon eggs, and they found one, found by none other than Aragorn himself. This artifact was enough for them to return to the Far East, sell their stuff, and buy a ship. But this has happened after years of waiting for the dragon to grow. Dragvallion has grown, same as his rider, Aragorn, and they decided that they should return to Valyria, selling their property and everything that they had back in the Far East. They sailed and fly towards Valyria. But in one night, a storm has gathered, and Aragorn had to flee to safety with his dragon. But the ship was never to be seen again. Aragorn and his wife has survived, and they now fly towards Valyria. And they found Valyria not scorched as much as it was, but alive and breathing. Flying around the peninsula, they spotted ruins of the old and ancient city of Oros. But there was life there, a little town in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of ruins and forests. And there was where they landed, and their story has begun. Hello, fellow lords and ladies, commoners, scribes, soldiers, peasants. Welcome to a new story of the return to Old Valyria. House Argaryen, an ancient bloodline that once ruled in Valyria, exiled and then outcast in foreign lands, now has returned, even though smaller a little bit in size. The Argaryens, the Bloodfather, as you see, a dragon rider house and a strong blood. They now, and their blood still lives on. They have settled in Oros and have conquered and resettled the local territories around Oros. Some dragon-rided houses that came from all corners of Essos and maybe Westeros, like the Valyrian. In shadow we strike, the black snakes as they are called. Of course they have a dragon, Nedenkon, and many more. We have here our wife, Lady Aeleria, or Orsan Roves. As you see, High Valyrian. She's following the faithful lore. Going down, we'll see Dragvalion, the mighty black beast. You cannot even see it here. It's a mighty beast that no one dares to oppose it, even mightier than Valyrian the Black Dread. He's solitary, accepting, aggressive and ferocious, bloodthirsty. He's a trained dragon, fertile, tyrannic leviathan, one of the hugest dragons that ever lived. He's a tame dragon and a draconic longevity. He's 183 years old and has 297 size, almost 300 size. It's almost the same size as Valyria, as the city of Valyria itself. His black scales, white horns, and his wings red with black combined, his eyes being of molten metal. He's striking fear in any and anyone that dare to oppose the rider and his authority. Also, we have an Orosi lord that was around here and helped Lord Aragorn, our dragon lord, Agot Valyrian, and has been given the land here up of Oros. And now the duty of our dragon lord is to colonize parts of Valyria and to make it living again. We have to make an expedition like the Valyrian colonization, this one, and we will do it. Let's do it here, and we'll just go there alongside our dragon lord. We have finally arrived at Sombazbion,
As the ancient ruins come into view, a wave of emotions can be sensed throughout your men. Some are uneasy at the thought of visiting a supposedly cursed land, whilst others are eager and excited to explore the old ruins. We set up camp on the outskirts of the old ruins and prepare to get to work. The sight of this untamed land ignites a sense of purpose as we stand on the brink of new possibilities. Soon the province will be as it was before the Doom. We'll hang the worst of the malcontents. Arrogant, not passionate. Let's see. Arrogant, I think it's fine, or callous. Let's see callous. Yeah, I think callous it's enough. For the air. A new dragon has been hatched by Viserys Targaryen. Velax. Interesting. Let's show you the other dragonlords around here. Here's Agot Voxaris, as you see him, the Red Whisper, and he has the Fish Yap, I think it's called. He came farther from a ugly dragon rider from the north of Essos. He spent some time at the court of the Targaryens, but he left his dragon being in Essos hunting, and they met and came back here, welcomed by our dragonlord. Maegor Masnareon, also dragon rider of Daris. And the last, but not the least to say so, Rhaegar Agaris by Ash and Flame. He also has a dragon, Lengar, this beast, but none of them compared to our beasts that strike fears into men. Soon we will claim this province and we will colonize more, lead an attack on them. Gogossos has been progressing for some time, but today a young man arrived at the camp, producing documents. He claims to be a rightful heir to these ruins. I shall investigate these documents myself. Doesn't take long to uncover that the documents are clever forgeries. Several clues give it away. I'd use a forger like this. I shall have him executed. No, I'll use him. He's good though. My council resolved the issue. Failure. Okay. This has dragged the colonization. Ooh, we found the chest of gold. Your arduous work have been completed. While you cannot know for certain whether you will be able to make this profit shine, you do know that the expenditure has been intense. In a small rocky outcrop in Sombazion, you stumble upon a mighty find. You have found a chest of gold. Let's finish this colonization. Let's go home. What? The son of the dragonlord? Valyrian? He must be playing with the Volgarvis. A dragon hatched from a dragon egg found in Valyria. Remarkable. The children of Argaryen are like this. Tarian Argaryen. We have Lady Shera Argaryen, Vela Argaryen, and Aeleria Argaryen. Aragorien Argaryen, Valyrian Argaryen, Talos Argaryen, Shaina Argaryen, Visenya Argaryen, Valyrix Argaryen, Seraxa Argaryen. Now let's restore the ruins here. With our capital already established in Sombasbion, we haven't had to travel far, an advantage given to the challenging task of settling this province. We expand the camp, now filled with colonizers from the original expedition, and prepare to begin our work. The air is thick with anticipation, as the land around us holds both untold dangers and the promise of forgotten riches. To work, man! Institute martial law. Take one man and get the block. I shall swing the sword. Failure. Okay. I shall send the soldiers to find new supplies. Use troops to guard the water sources. Massive success, that's good. We are close. Tarian, greatness awaits you. It's time to put my stewardship to use. Let's just build new infrastructures. Your arduous work has been completed. While you cannot know for certain whether you will be able to make this province shine, you do know the expenditure has been intense. Your work has been well worth the effort. You have been able to integrate the remnants of the Valyrian buildings to forge a mighty settlement. A great settlement to envy of all shall soon rise. Finish ruin restoration. Oh, the martial contest. I'll do it. Rhaenys, the fair Targaryen, has taken to the skies on Green Comet. Nice, indeed. Very nice. Okay, we need to colonize one more province here. Let's do it again. With your first forces having scouted the area and set up a preliminary camp, the time has come to establish a more permanent settlement. Your men labor tirelessly, day and night, constructing a small tent village within Endiha, turning rough ground into the beginnings of a true foothold in these lands. One morning, as you are finishing your breakfast, a messenger hurries over, bowing respectfully, before delivering an urgent request for your presence in the command tent. What is going on? You hurry to the command tent, finding your council waiting. Once seated, your second in command begins. Lord Aragoryen, it seems that our volunteers are cravens, cowards, or fools who are dreaming of glory when they join this expedition. At first sign of trouble, they have started to complain, and there is talk of mutiny to demand that we send this man back home. When he finishes, a silence follows as all eyes turn to you, awaiting your orders. Hang the worst of the malcontents. Minor success, okay. It's better than no success, I guess. In the distance there is a piercing howl. Several of your men rushes to you. My lord, what shall we do? The fear in their faces is clearly visible. You do not know what creatures haunt these torn landscapes. What orders shall you give to your men? Let's organize our forces to repel the beasts. A medium success. That's good. That's very good. Impatient, honest, and arbitrary. Should have kept playing. Valyria is expendable. Massive success, that's good. That can help us a lot. Friendly. Let's go with friendly. Stage 2, that's good. Martial prowess is very good. It's helping us a lot against the enemy. A chest of gold, that's good. And we have finished it. We need 2 more to create the kingdom, this kingdom here. I'll grant you these titles, these 2 titles. Let's see if we can restore these ruins here. Yes, we can, and we will do it. We'll do it very fast, because we want to go at war and to unite the north of Valyria. Tarion comes of age, skilled tactician, formidable fighter, and holy warrior. This man is to be one of the bravest of them all. With whom? With you? Never. It'll never happen. Let's see, let's try to marry our sons and daughters. Let's find a spouse. And one with a good age, actually. Soon it'll be ready. Shera comes up of age. Let's do a grand wedding. Let's host it. And we'll hold it here in Oros. Recreation will be good. We cannot wait. Tristan falls flat on her face on her way to her purpose. It happens. We are so proud of our dynasty. Are now married. Enjoy. Praise the party. Dragons cradled to grave. Interesting. It's time for bedding. Thanks you all for coming. And that was the grand wedding. Let's rise our armies and attack Valyria. Nine years is a lot of time, but we have a dragon.
Our general!
We won the battle of Valyria. Still a slaughter. The brave fool who was roasted alive. Let's find a good name for the grandson of Argaryen. Agon would be a good name. Spell failure. Okay. New dragon enters the world. They are trying in vain to relieve the siege. But the siege of Valyria will happen and will be bloody.
Remember who you are! Now fight!
Earn your pay! Kill those bastards!
And we've taken someone important prisoner. Let's enforce demand. Come on, come back. I don't want Valyria. Find a spouse. Let's try to find a spouse for him. Ilvar will rule Valyria, and from this island we'll stage the invasion of Mantaris and Tolos. But till then we still have a long job to do to colonize the whole Valyria. We are in 102 AC. Rainis, let's find a good name. Jainara is good enough. Argaryen comes up of age. Valyrian is good enough. Valyrian takes to the skies on Volgavis. He's impulsive and friendly also. Weird, two combination. And our wife has died. Mostly because of cancer, of leper. None of them deserves to be our secondary spouses. Let's claim this title of Daervos. We need one more title here to claim the Kingdom of the Smoking Shore, and we will do it. Let's colonize one more. We should claim these lands. Valar, it's a good name. Do an organized march. Among your labors to bring about your rule of chaos, you have found a chamber of skeletal remains. The floor in this ruined building is liable to give away at any moment. Artifacts from Valyrian steel swords to glass candles and even dragon egg can be seen next to a map, presumably of the local region, which could be very important to our colonization efforts. It's up to you to decide which of the many artifacts you are going to attempt to retrieve. In addition to the map, there is no guarantee of success and there is only time for you to secure one artifact and the map. Any more and you will surely imperil your life. Glass candle. A dragon egg. Don't think I'm gonna grab a dragon egg. We have dragons. We have Valyrian steel armor. A glass candle, be sure. Of course, you ask why I didn't get them, because we already have 3 Valyrian steel swords, Stormy Knights, we have Black Death, and also Dragon Bane. Now we have a glass candle, we have the Book of Dragon Lore, before a heavy time-worn tome on Dragon Lord, Dragon Breeding and Dragon Taming, produced before the Doom of Valyria. Valyrics Argaryen take to the skies on Zoklax. Good for him. Beast shall soon roar the skies. You gain a dragon egg. That's good. Ice and fire dragon egg. Very interesting. One of our dragonlords will obtain all of this, and will obtain the kingdom. Chapter 4: The Crown and the Roar. Yet Aragorn knew he could not rule Valyria alone. He sought out the relics of old, the horns that bound dragons, the scrolls that detailed the Valyrian freehold sorcery, and above all the surviving lines of ancient houses. He courted mages, bred wyverns with dragons, and built ships of obsidian oak to cross the smoking sea. He ruled not with fear, but with vision, to unite the splinters of his kin, to awaken the freehold not as it was, but as it should have been, not bound by slaves and greed, but forged in the fire of legacy. In Oros he crowned himself. The people called him Aragorn the Flamebore, the first of the new lords free, Valyria's return. And then see their new king. Let's grant them the titles. High Lord of the Airvos. I'll grant him the title of this one. And that's it. Most of the southern smoking shore has been colonized, and every effort has been put into it. The island of Valyria has been conquered and given back to the Ilvars to rule. I see that they have a son. That's good for him, for their dynasty. Many of the local dynasties will continue to rule their specific places. Let's restore do a ruins restoration here. Let's try to marry him into the Targaryen dynasty. Too far away. Okay, understandable. Rhaenys is good enough. Arrange a marriage. She might not be of high Valyrian bloodline or any high Valyrian houses, but she has Valyrian blood in her veins. No, one of the dragonlords have died. Taurins has one of the 14 flames named Yontarios. Soon we'll be finished with this ruin restoration. Jaehaerys, or let's name him Viserys. Great settlement, envy all shall soon rise. Thank God I could go inside now. But now the king has decreed. Epilogue. Fire yet lives. Valyria is not dead. It waits in ash, in blood, in bone. And upon its blackened throne sits a dragonlord reborn, watching the eastern skies where kingdoms fatten in their peace and forget the name of fire. But they will remember, for Aragorn Argaryen has returned, and with him the dragons.